Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be a requested video. A lot of you all have been messaging me and asking me what are my essential tools to have in the kitchen for cooking. Now everyone likes different things and I may like something different from what you like, but these are my go-to or essential tools. So I'm going to go through the list. I'm going to share with you guys. I have them right in front of me. And I hope I didn't miss anything because I made a note of all the things that I like, and these are going to be the cooking utensils slash tools. So we're gonna start with the biggest item, which is a wok. Now this is a light cast iron wok, and this one is from the guys at iMusa, and I got this at Walmart. It was just like $24, but it's not that heavy and it comes pre-seasoned with a non-stick coating, which I absolutely love. I've been using this a while now and I have to say it's pretty amazing. The good thing about having a wok is you can do a lot of stir fries and you can even fry in it. If you do a lot of frying at home, it's big enough so you don't have to do small portions. You can fry pylori, you can fry tahina, you can fry aloo pies. You name it, chicken, you name it, you can fry it in here. So that's the good thing about this. And even if you wanted to fry an egg, you can. But I mean, who's gonna dirty a big wok like this just for one egg, right? So I'm gonna set this aside. And talking about frying one egg, I always like to have a small frying pan and a spatula because I like a sunny side up, or maybe if not a sunny side up, but you flip it on both sides. I like a round egg. So you can make a frittata in here, you can make regular scrambled eggs, however you like your eggs. You can also double this and saute a small meal in here. Sometimes I use this to chunky dal, so I'll put in the oil, let it heat up, add the cumin seeds, the jeera seeds and garlic, and then I'll throw it into the pot with the dal. So a frying pan is always good to have if you don't have a ladle slash calcho. So this is another one of the tools that I like to have. Now this one is going to be for baking. I always like to have this tin flat baking tray. This is what I use to make barfi on. It has this non-stick coating on it. It's the perfect size. I get like 100 barfi bars in this. And what I like about it is you can bake cookies too. You can bake pieces of chicken if you wanted to. It's not deep enough to do a pie, but I'm gonna get to what you can use in a bit. But if you guys wanted to also have a deep baking dish, like a rectangular baking dish where you can bake a macaroni pie in or something that's deeper, of course add that to the list. Okay, so next we have a staple in all Caribbean homes, and I think it's either an iron pot or an aluminum pot like this. This one is from the guys at iMusa again. I got this at Walmart. You can get this in sets of 3, I believe, and I paid $20 when I bought this. So we got 3 different sizes, and it comes in really handy. You can stew, you can curry, you can fry. You can do so many things with this. It can even work as a rice pot. You could boil rice in here, and it's one of the pots that we use a lot of in Trinidad. So guys, another pot that I like to have is this small stainless steel pot. This can work as a stock pot, a soup pot, but the main reason why I have to have this particular pot is when I'm making pag for, be it kurma, gulab jamun, whatever I'm making, this is my pag pot. So I'll always use this to make my pag. It crystallizes the sugar perfectly. I can tell perfectly. Compared to other pots that I've tried, this stainless steel pot is my pot for that. So now is like the best pot, I think, that, and everyone should have one of this, and it's not very expensive to own. Now it does come with a cover, which I don't have here, but it does come with a cover. So this is going to be a cast iron pot. Now this is a 5.5 quart. It also comes in bigger sizes. It's a very heavy. It's coated both inside and outside, and it's something that is my go-to pot. So you can make stock, you can make soups, You can stew, you can curry, you can roast, you can bake, you can make a macaroni pie in here, you can fry chicken, you can fry your sahina, your doubles, your aloo pie, all of those things. This pot is so versatile, guys, that you don't need to have this pot if you have this one, because this one goes into the oven. That one could go into the oven, but because of how thin it is, it can burn really quickly at the bottom. But because how thick and heavy this is, this would be the better pot for you to have. So if you're a student and you want that one pot that could go into oven and on your stove and it can do it all, definitely get yourself one of this. Now this is the Cuisinart brand. This one is about $40, which isn't bad. There is the Le Creuset, which is, it ranges in the hundreds. So I would tell you guys, don't go for the expensive brand. Just get like a Lodge or a Cuisinart, and you can get them at Home Goods or TJ Maxx, really reasonable. Now I said you can bake a pie in here, but if you guys were using this for something else and you needed a dish, I always like to go with a glass dish for macaroni pie or any types of pie. This can also double for baking cakes, so that's the good thing about having a glass dish, and I always prefer to do a square or rectangular dish. Now no Trini home is complete without a belnah. You must have a rolling pin or a belnah. I prefer the ones where the handle does not move. I find I get better work out of it, but if you wanted the rolling pin where the handles move, of course you can get that. I have my basting brush. From basting things in the oven to barbecue and to oiling a roti. So you have to have something to oil your dal puri or your bus up shot, and I like using this. So this has many uses. You also need a dabbler. Now if you can't find a Trini dabbler, you can go to one of those big stores that sells baking supplies and buy a spatula. Make sure it doesn't have serrated edges so you can get a nice turn on your roti. So definitely this is a must-have for me. I like having these little mini silicone spoons for when I'm mixing sauces. This comes in really handy. Other tools, a good chef's knife and a good sous chef knife. Such an important tools to have, and it must be sharp. So you can pick whichever brand you want, that's totally up to you. I like having a silicone spoon because it takes away from all of that noise when you're cooking. You guys know I've transitioned to these spoons, and these are available on Walmart, and they're also available in my Amazon store, guys, which is linked down below. And I also like having a good wooden spoon, and when I make my sweets for the pag, I have my wooden spoon. Now I have one for only press items, and I also have one that when I'm cooking. And the wooden spoon also doubles when you're boiling rice and you place this. It prevents that from flowing over. Rice, dal, beans, on the whole, use a wooden spoon. And you can also dip it into hot oil, and once it starts to bubble around the wood, you know that your oil is at temperature and it's ready. One of the other things that I like is a spoon rest. I cannot cook and not have a spoon rest to put my spoon on. You don't need to have a fancy spoon rest. You can use a small saucer, but something to place the spoon on so you don't be dirtying up the stove. Next, I have a couple of these, and these are from the guys from X-Chef. These are stainless steel bowls that comes with a cover, a plastic lid that suctions into place. And why I like these is that when I prepare food or meat the day before for the following day, I don't have to waste plastic wrap or foil paper. I can cover it with this and store it into my refrigerator. It comes in a set of 8, I believe, so I'll try to link that for you guys down below. I'll try to find links to all of these items and link it for you all down below, but a stainless steel bowl set is a must, and this one comes with a non-skid bottom so it's not moving around. One of the other things that I like having is a big glass bowl. I need my flour. I do so many preparations using this big glass bowl. You don't have to have a big glass bowl. You can use a big stainless steel bowl, but for me, I prefer the glass bowl. And I'm down to my last two items, which is the main item in a home. And you know what? I think I forgot something, which I just saw. So let me show you guys. You need to have a colander or a strainer. How else are you going to strain your rice or strain your macaroni if you're making macaroni pie? So I'm going to add this to the list of things, a colander or a strainer. And then last two items, I have an aluminum tawa. Now with the aluminum tawa, you can cook oil roti, but it tends to stain really bad when you cook oil roti, and it's really hard to get off. So I saved this one to make sada roti, and then this other one here. And guys, I bought this from Trinidad. It was actually shipped from Trinidad through TT Post, and I paid nothing to clear it. So if you guys are ever visiting Trinidad, consider shipping back all that you need through TT Post. It arrives in 1 week and you're good to go, so you don't have to be stressing. This is my iron tawa, and this is a 16-inch tawa, guys. I love to cook my dal puri and my paratha on this. It's a very heavy, like a cast iron pot, but it's the best thing to cook your dal puri and your paratha. It's not recommended for sada because it's really heavy to pull off of the stove to get the roti to seki. That's why you go with the aluminum one for when you're doing sada roti, because you want to seki. This big tower could also double as a pizza pan, so you can open out your dough on it and place it into your oven, and it crisps up really nice, although there are no holes in this like a pizza pan would. So I think that's it for like the main things. If there's an appliance, I think, or appliances that I think I need to have a blender, and I love the Kasori blender, which works just like a Vitamix. You'll probably want to have a mini food chopper. That is a must for me. And I love my KitchenAid stand mixer, but I mean, I am accustomed using my hands, so it's not a necessary buy. The main thing that I use the KitchenAid stand mixer for is to make marshmallows, which you really need all of that speed, because a hand blender might not give you the outcome that you'll need to make marshmallows. But kneading flour, it does all of that for you. But I mean, I love my hands still. So even though I use the KitchenAid to knead flour, I still go in with my hands after. So I think that's it for the most important kitchen tools slash accessories slash cooking tools that you need. Leave me your comments down below if I forgot something, but I think I gave you guys everything that I need to have or prepare a meal on a day-to-day basis. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you all so much for requesting it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.